Yeah, they can never get control of the board when they're playing 2-2s and 1-2s and you're playing a 3-4.
Yeah, we're going to find out if he can deal with some 3-4s in game number 4 right now because it's getting underway. RDU needs to close this one decisively right now. Already dropped a game, but it's still 3-1's looking very good for him. But Kranich, he's not going to let this go easy.
And I really thought we might see this in this matchup, but I didn't know we'd be seeing it like this. They're both going to Grim Patron.
Yeah, the pressure is on at this point. You know, they both know that this is, you know, oftentimes game 3 I feel like is the most critical game. But since RDU took a 2-0 lead, I feel like it's game 4 instead.
We see double Fiery War Axe in Kranich's hand. This is a card that has made its way in and out of these decks. Not all of them play 2 copies of it right now, but they're going to be pretty good in this matchup. If you pick up or pick off, you know, Acolyte of Pain and some Armor Smiths with it, not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, 6-0 was actually playing 1 copy of Fiery War Axe for quite a while. And I was stunned when I first saw it because this card is so good early on.
Yeah, it's really good early on, but the thing is, when you're playing Shield Block, they found out that they like that card a little bit better. You know, it cycles through your deck, it gains you 5 life, so it's in essence negating a creature for a turn or 2, which is kind of the same thing that Fiery War Axe does, and it gets you a card deeper in your deck.
Yeah, the dig utility was just a little bit more at the end of the day.
The card does say draw a card on it, and that's really good in this deck.
Now, I am really curious that RDU just played Acolyte of Pain here and let it just die to the Fiery War Axe. Like, if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you just Shield Block?
I think it has to do with the, yeah, I would say it's hard to say that with Shield Block. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think it just has to do with he just wants to get through his deck. But why wouldn't you just Shield Block?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But
maybe he wants to take damage to get these Battle Rages going.
That's a possibility. I don't know. It feels interesting to me that he chose to go with Acolyte of Pains here and not use Whirlwinds or Inner Rages, or not use Inner Rage or anything, and not use Shield Block instead, just absorbing weapon charges.
And I love this aggressive play here from Kranich. He's going to replace his weapon with a Death Spite because next turn he has Grim Patron, Inner Rage, Whirlwind, and Death Spite. Yeah. This game might be over very fast.
Yeah, this is looking pretty darn bad for RDU. He's going to be staring down 6 Grim Patrons.
We might be going to a game 5 very soon.
Yeah, this is the power of this deck too. You know, you get a decent early curve, and you go Death Spite, Grim Patron, Inner Rage. That's already good. You couple that with Coin and Whirlwind, like, you're not beating this.
Yeah, and then he has another Grim Patron with a Slam behind this as well.
I don't even know if he needs to Whirlwind here. That's the scary part.
What happens if he doesn't Whirlwind? He has just 4? I'm saying
just
4. Yeah. I did say just 4, yeah.
Okay, so say Death Spite gets played from RDU. Say he plays Slam. Yeah, I think I like the Whirlwind, honestly.
I think you Whirlwind 100% because there are some draws that can get out of this board state with 4 of them, but when your board's going to look like this,
yeah,
they don't get out of this very easily.
There's not much getting out of 6 Grim Patrons here. RDU has to be absolutely devastated by this play. I don't see this recovery happening.
Yeah, you just know RDU's thinking, he's like, I was up 2-0. What happened?
Now, that being said, let's say he sets the Death Spite attacks for Kranich is going to drop to 23. On turn 7, you look at Warsong Commander, Frothing Berserker, 2 Whirlwind effects, and an Inner Rage. Is that enough to kill Kranich?
It actually might be. I think that's what RDU is doing the math here, and if Kranich doesn't kill him next turn, maybe RDU can actually find enough damage here with multiple Whirlwind effects and Kranich's board being full. Nathan is doing a lot of math here right now, so I'm trying not to...
25.
It's 25?
I think it's 25.
So if you get in the 4 now to 23, he can only go to 25.
I think it's 25 total over the next 2 turns. I think it's 20. That's my quick math.
Well, you got to go for it.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have another option. He's not going to win this game if he doesn't do this. So I cannot blame him whatsoever for just setting this up and then hoping the world works out in his favor. You know, say he draws second Inner Rage.
Yeah, now do you armor up here?
I think you slam because I think you want to dig.
And no, you want the extra minion on Kranich's board here, actually. Or this is really smart from RDU. Not only does he get him an extra card here, and you can maybe find the extra Inner Rage here, but it makes Kranich's board full.
So no Armor Smiths can get played. No shenanigans can happen.
And you can see Kranich is actually worried here. He knows what's kind of going on here.
Yeah. So going to think through his turn, but you know, how many lines of play does he realistically have? I actually don't mind slamming here, maybe digging for a shield block or something. I don't think that's the worst play in the world, but
yeah, slamming your own patron.
Yeah, if you just push 21 into his face and say go, he's got to have it.
And look at the face on RDU. I think he knows that he has it here next turn. He's just like, please, no shield block. If you're Kranich, I think you just have to play around it, right? Do you have a choice?
I don't know. I count 24 points of damage on RDU's side.
With the Dustbite?
Yeah, with the Dustbite. Maybe I did my math wrong there. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, I think he's just barely off. But, you know, again, Inner Rage can still end this.
Is Kranich going to slam his own minion here just to get it off the board? Yeah, he's going to take care of a bunch of his own minions.
Wow.
Kranich is so smart here. This is such a great play from him.
Kranich, this is just so on point.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't need all these guys to get through.
I'm curious how much of a difference that really makes. When you don't have much time to navigate through these situations, you're going to have to do some pretty desperate things. But the fact that Kranich has the read that this is what RDU is trying to set up, what a wonderful play.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the slam from RDU definitely kind of, you know, tips his hand a little bit here. You know, he slams, he wants to draw a card there, but he's also filling up your board. And in that situation, in any card game or any professional play like this, whenever you're in a situation where you have this gigantic lead, figure out how you can lose and just play around that.
Yeah. I counted 22 real quick. We're going to find out exactly what this is. I don't think RDU has an option but to go for this. So
yeah,
here we go, boys.
I can't count high enough for this. So whatever it is, he's going to have to do it quick.
Yeah, he can queue up all the animations if he wants. I mean, if he doesn't nail this, he's actually just dead this turn. So let's go and let's find out.
This is going to be a lot. Yeah, it does look like he's going to be a little short.
Yep. The fact that this turn is ended lets you know that the damage was not there. So close. And you can see Kranich, the sigh of relief that happens when he realizes he's not dead.
Yeah, just short.
I wonder if actually he's counting it right now because he's seeing a different perspective because of the way the client and the animations are working.
Yeah, 1 point short.
Wow! The Kranich killing 2 of his own minions, I think, was the difference there.
Yeah, absolutely was the difference. It kept him from dying.
Unbelievable. Look at RDU, too. The pain from this one single damage off of killing Kranich. And you know what, Tana? This is what you were talking about earlier on. Armor up on turn 2. It's important.
Yep.
A single damage decided this game.
Yeah, don't make me go on that rant yet again, but when people don't armor up on turn 2 with this deck, I just lose it.